Welcome to truthmafia.com. This is your host, Tommy Truthful. This is taking place in Oregon, around Portland, Oregon area. We have steam rising up from the sidewalks. The streets and sidewalks are falling apart. So what is going on underneath Portland, Oregon, guys? Excuse my voice, I'm losing it due to an upper respiratory infection. I believe they've been targeting me with directed energy weapons, but that's neither here nor there. It's going to get a lot worse before it gets better anyways. When you're reaching more people than CNN's Facebook page, that tends to be a problem when you're speaking the truth. Every video we're dropping is hitting between 500,000 and 800,000 views. Now, these pictures of the double suns are going viral. Some people say it's Nibiru on elliptical orbit with our sun. Other people believe it's from inner Earth, Shangri-La, the black sun, the dark sun, the destroyer of worlds. Other people believe it's even more ominous than that. It's a solar simulator. And if you are in the path of totality of the next great American eclipse, you might be able to see it if the skies are clear from these chemtrails, which they're spraying aluminum, borium, several radioactive isotopes, molds, nanomolds over our head. And not to mention actual DNA and blood cells over our head. Why are they spraying that? It's kind of weird, You should read everything they're spraying. So when you go out, you see the sun blocked in the morning and in the evening. And we know Bill Gates told us he was going to block out the sun, which blocks out the vitamin D3, which weakens your immune system. And vitamin D3 allows you to absorb all the other vitamins. So you really need it. But are they trying to hide something? Or are they just blocking our organic sun, which is reinstating ancient consciousness, causing this mass great awakening, and then hitting us with this artificial solar simulator? NASA seems to be preparing for something big, maybe some type of electromagnetic pulse event.
Okay, this is a bit creepy. Let me know what you guys think. So, why does NASA have all these old school cars? My thoughts are, they're cars without computers in them. All from the 1970s. They're preparing for an EMP blast. What's odd is they're not just old school NASA cars. Here's a news car. They have a whole fleet from NASA vehicles, semi-trucks, ambulances. Perhaps this is where that $50 million a day budget is going. Because we all know it's certainly not getting us into space. Collectors of CGI videos and apparently old school cars. Let me know what you think they're using them for. Question everything, friends.
And our government has this type of technology to cause an EMP. Remember the movie The Fifth Wave. This movie is one of the most blatant, obvious pieces of predictive programming I have ever seen. It's about an alien attack that attacks humanity in 4 stages, of which the final and 5th one is the most interesting. First, an EMP attack, then floods with this HAARP-type technology, then a virus, the avian flu. Next comes possession of the mind to kill the uninfected humans. Then they take all the children to a massive government facility to brainwash them into being soldiers to kill off the possessed individuals, an allegory for the unvaccinated. Every soldier is equipped with a visor which shows which one doesn't have the mark, in this case the microchip in the neck everyone got in the beginning. The children then find out they are killing anyone without the microchip and not possess people. The 5th wave is actually the aliens trying to kill off the last free humans with the help of propaganda and indoctrinated soldiers with microchips. This is how people that refuse the mark will be treated in the future.
Directed energy weapons platforms. operating under the false pretenses of science. That's what's actually going on at the South Pole Station. There are technologies and weapons-grade technologies on this planet that the average citizen cannot even begin to wrap their brains around. Their motives, their actions are secret. So to me, that speaks volumes right off the bat. If transparency was involved, I'd be a lot less concerned. But when things like the Christchurch earthquakes occur, and that is secreted away, that was the South Pole Station. That was the start of the IceCube neutrino detector. The season that I was there, it went from construction to operations and maintenance. And when they first operated it, they caused 2 accidental earthquakes in Christchurch, New Zealand. So this is weapons grade stuff. Since that time, we've had leaders, American leaders themselves, multiple times threaten other nation states with earthquakes if they didn't get in line. Just recently with this whole Israel-Hamas debacle, I apologize, I don't watch the mass media that often, but somebody had sent me a link where I believe it was some leaders in Iran that stated that if they invaded Gaza in full force and stuff, that they would deliver a huge earthquake.
Okay, so let's give you credit. When it comes down to earthquake for Iran, October 10th, Iran's foreign minister warns Israel from Beirut it could suffer a huge earthquake.
You hear people like Jay Dreams talk about the plasma apocalypse. Archaics talks about the Phoenix phenomenon, this event that takes place every 138 years. Now, this solar simulator, I believe the elites are using that live in inner Earth, and it's some geoengineering type technology that can burn entire cities. Now, they have the patents on this. I found 2 different patents. The 3239660 patent and the US 3247367A patent. So there's 2 different variations on this, and you'll notice the artificial sun is like a hexagram. It looks like a freaking stop sign. So that's why you're seeing that bright white flashlight looking sun in the sky, because it's a solar simulator. They're blocking out the organic sun, and they're using this one. Now remember, they show us the predictive programming in movies like Knowing, where they scorch the whole earth. And we know this is revelation of the method, truth in plain sight, lesser magic. They have to show us the truth first. It's universal law.
Classified NASA patent to create an artificial sun. This NASA patent describes an artificial sun since the 1960s, suddenly fueling the belief that the 2 suns we see in different videos could be much more than fiction. We have to admit that whenever we found a 2 suns video, we usually ignore it because of the high probability that it was a lens flash or another cheap trick. But now, it makes us think, could it be as real as people say it? This patent, which certainly has more than 5 decades, is about creating an artificial sun capable of illuminating most, if not the entire globe, in the same way that our real sun does now. The concept was considered a novel lighting system designed to create a single virtual source of light. But why would we need an artificial reflector powered by our own sun? What applicability does this have? It would consider that such an innovative invention would be of practical utility for its users or beneficiaries, but this aspect has been skillfully avoided by this NASA patent that only focuses on its functionality. Let's look at some of these issues addressed in the document. In a solar simulator system, it is desirable to provide means to vary the intensity of the illumination in a relatively wide range without changes in the spectral distribution of the illumination, so that the simulator can be used to simulate sunlight and moonlight. In other words, the artificial reflector would have to be adjusted in a way that simulates not only the sunlight, but also the natural light of the Earth and the Moon. It has been almost 6 decades since the patent was created, and it seems that this idea has already become a reality. There's abundant evidence that now shows artificial suns of a non-natural hexagonal shape during sunrise or sunrise. The real sun is also visible in the background, and generally has much smaller proportions than the artificial one. The whole concept is based on the schemes of this NASA patent. The real sun drives this huge reflector into the sky from behind, allowing sunlight to reflect through it. We could swear it was a lens flare unless you've seen this patent available from NASA. It has a hexagonal shape and larger than normal dimensions. The reason why they are doing these experiments is purely speculative for now, but in addition to the common idea that the government is poisoning us through all layers of the environment, which by the way is a bit confusing because we are all residents of the planet and without discrimination exposed to the same environmental threats, some have suggested that the government is transforming the Earth to make way for a new hybrid species. With the rise of artificial intelligence, neural bands, CRISPR gene editing technology available on a large scale and many dreams of becoming cyborgs, the idea mentioned above is beginning to take shape. Humans have made possible what was considered impossible decades ago, and while the globalist agenda advances, it seems that they are giving way to a new species of humans, a hybrid species improved with technological improvements and with a mind that no longer belongs to them.
They are creating this hybrid race. This is where the black goo comes in, the graphene oxide, the nanotechnology, the third strand DNA. They want us to merge with the Internet of Body, the Internet of Things, where there will be smart cities, smart cars, smart TVs, smart refrigerators, smart humans. And this is what they're trying so hard to get inside of you. That black goo nanobots, as they create a quantum copy, a digital copy of your soul. So when you die here in the physical, with their genocidal plan, you will wake up in this artificial reality that they have created and they rule over like gods. Research Internet of Things and you will understand what they are trying to do. It's all about plugging everything into this artificial reality. Lucifer is creating his artificial kingdom. And with that being said, we are fully self-funded by our followers. Become a member in the Truth Mafia. We need you in this information warfare. Click the link in my bio on Instagram, join the mob, and in the description on all other platforms. We also have a major sale going on right now, guys, on my other website, truthfultv.com. This is where I do my personal decodes, my readings, my dream interpretations. Use promo code Decode the Matrix and get an extra 11% off your $26 reading. And the dream interpretation's $11. And then use promo code SALE17, get free shipping and an extra 17% off all of our products. We got the Orgonite pyramids for $14 right now. That's with shipping included. You'll never see these prices anywhere else. We have elements that block black magic attacks, block psychic attacks, negative energies, and negative frequencies. And all them links are in my bio on Instagram and in the description on all other platforms. Smoky Quartz is a really good one at blocking negative energy. Now, Black Obsidian is amazing for blocking black magic attacks and psychic attacks, which we're being bombarded with every day. That's another reason you need to find out if you're a first player character with the soul or one of these soulless NPCs controlled by the artificial intelligence. Because the full player characters are targeted individuals. There's a reason you're targeted. They know who you were in your past reincarnation. And you gave them problems every time, especially if you carry that very rare Neo code or the Morpheus code, which is the adept, the teacher, the master teacher that has probably reincarnated hundreds, if not thousands of times before. And you chose to come back. Are you a number 64, a first player character with the soul, or a number 63, a non-player character without a soul? 63s are controlled by Saturn. The 64, the first player character, is connected to Jupiter, Jesus, and there's 64 spaces on a chessboard. We are in control of our own reality. Some of the first player characters are still asleep at the wheel, though. They need to be woken up. Thank you for watching. I really appreciate your guys' love and support. Make sure you click that link, join the mob, become a made member of the Truth Mafia. Get your personal decode today. Link is in the bio on Instagram and in the description on all other platforms. And don't forget to check out our shop. We got some amazing deals.